And we're live.
What's up, man?
Not much. You?
I'm chilling. Thanks for having me over.
Yeah, no problem. It's what is it? Friday afternoon?
Friday night now, 'cause
Yeah,
it took
Friday.
us so long to fucking set up.
Yeah, honestly, it's been like at least 30 minutes of setup. But we're
Yeah,
here. We got a brew in our hands.
that's right. Cheers, boy.
And cheers.
So, welcome to our first episode, ScalarVector podcast. It's a little,
ScalarVector.
yep. We're not about procedures here. That's not how we do it. This is a good metaphor for how the rest of our episodes are gonna go, I think.
Oh yeah, we're just gotta embrace the chaos
Yeah.
at this point. Speaking of chaos, cooking. How do you cook? What's involved?
Well, we're not gonna introduce ourselves first.
Oh, that's
We
fair.
just kind of sound
Okay.
like voices right now.
I said chaos. Okay. No, we can introduce ourselves.
All right.
I'm Alex Walker. I'm 20. I'm a dude. And born and raised in Toronto, baby.
That's right. Yeah, I'm Alex Chin. So a good distinction is we'll just go by Chin and Walker. I think that's
Yeah, that's
That's how
that's
we've
safe.
been. That's how we roll here.
That's safe. At this point, Alex sounds like a weird name to me.
It does, yeah. I don't like being called Alex.
Yeah.
Rory calls me that, and he's like, "Shut up, Alex."
Yeah, he calls you
Our
that to
buddy.
piss you off or to like get to you.
Yeah, it's like if Uncanny Valley was like Audible.
If Uncanny Valley was a name,
Yeah,
that'd be it.
that's right. So I don't know if you're sitting down and listening. Pretty much, this is gonna be it. We're just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
We're two university guys. We're about halfway through, right?
Yeah. I'm in third year.
What are you studying again?
Mechanical engineering, baby. The most exciting profession there is.
Okay, I always just say this guy's my engineering guy.
Yeah.
I always forget there's like
I
sects.
always just say engineering, but then everyone's like, "What kind of engineering?" I'm like, why didn't I just say it to begin with?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But then I say it to begin with, and people are like, "Oh, who's this posh asshole?" So there's no winning.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in computer science, so I don't have that issue. There's only two clans. There's like software engineering and computer science, and that's it.
Yeah,
And we're pretty much the same crowd.
it's
So
true.
yeah. What were you mentioning about cooking? 'Cause that got me interested.
Yeah. So I mean, I thought something that we could talk about was cooking, as university students, because we're sure as shit not actually good cooks. Like we can
Yeah,
feed ourselves.
but we lived what's it? Off campus. We lived in a house, not in the same house, but
Yeah,
we
different
both
houses.
lived in houses off campus.
Yeah, we've both fed ourselves for a year now,
Yeah, I
and
bet.
we've learned a lot doing so. I'd say I learned a lot about like budgeting
Well,
and
first, what did you
meal
do
prep and
first
stuff.
year? What did you come out of the gate with?
Oh
I
man.
guess you had cat food?
So first year, I there was a cafeteria. You just go there. They got different stations with different food. And it was fucking shit. Everything was like generic or shit or just swimming in gravy.
So it was a fucking calf.
Yeah,
Sounds like a calf.
literally that calf got me into spicy food because I started putting sriracha on everything just to give it flavor. And yeah, I've been eating sriracha ever since.
Dude, the sriracha's like the poor man's flavor. It kind of
Shut
just
up.
like it's if you're missing something, you're like, "Oh, just add sriracha."
Yeah, it's the ketchup of hot sauces
Yeah.
for sure. But hey, it does the trick. Um, I've done like a bit of cooking outside of that. You help mom with dinner, that kind of thing. I've
Yeah.
certainly made meals. Um, but at that point, it was mostly basic meals. I mean, it's still mostly basic meals. Um, so yeah, we'll get into what I like learned how to make. But first, what did you come in with?
I came in, okay, so I went to the University of Guelph. So, for anyone that's aware of their reputation, we fucking eat well. We fucking eat well. I'm not afraid to
Yeah, you
admit
do.
that.
You had a poster that's like, oh, here's all these crazy locations to get this
Our school has
amazing
some
local food.
we have insane we're fed insanely well at our school. And I guess it makes
I
sense
was so
because like
jealous.
yeah, I know. Dude, I remember there's this one hall called like Creelman Hall. That's where like all the peak food is. And one night we had fucking AAA steaks. We had like chefs in their fucking hats and shit. And I remember just sitting there behind the grill, just like, oh, I'm eating
Wow.
good tonight. It was bloody. It was flavorful. Mmm. So that's our baseline. That's what I come from. I had a silver spoon at my ass when I got out of first year. But
Yeah.
since I'm not too picky with food, yeah, I just kind of debased myself to fucking regular regular house cooking.
Yeah, from what you told me earlier, it's pretty downhill from AAA
Yeah, I
steaks.
know. I pretty much just check off the boxes when there's like the food pyramid. I just like check, check, check,
Just
check.
macronutrients. Okay, do I have some of each? We're
Yeah,
good.
that's right. Because I
Yeah,
don't have a chef hat.
no, it's true. Buying that hat is like plus 10 cooking or something. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, I started feeding myself in second year when I was living in a house with six people, five other people. Um, and
Oh,
yeah,
jeez, man. I
I
forgot you lived with 5 people. That sounds
it was
rough.
rough. It
And
was
two
rough.
cats. Two
Oh
cats
yeah,
too.
two cats that I didn't know about till I got there. Oh, that's we'll start talking about that at another time. I don't want to get into that now. But yeah, so what did I do? I cooked one the big takeaway I'd say I have is that I cooked a lot of like massive meals. I did a lot of meal prepping.
Yeah.
Like Sundays, I would make fucking giant Tupperwares of some sort of food, whatever it is for that week. And then I'd eat that lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner, lunch, dinner. And it would usually get me through like half the week at least. And that was
Yeah.
awesome. How about you?
Usually, okay, well, I lived with, there were two girls in my house. Well, I always say there were three, but they're okay, so I lived with two girls and a
Damn,
guy.
bro. We're gonna get fucking censored or some
Dude,
bullshit.
I don't know, man. No one listens to this. So,
It's true.
both of them came with like their own sense of pride when it came to cooking. Uh, so I just kind of felt like I had to do something. They brought all the cooking ware. We had different size pots and pans. We had a good
Ooh.
stove. My roommate Claire, bless her soul, we had like 18 different spices in our drawer at all times. So it was like I didn't have an excuse just to eat rice and beans,
But you did.
but I did. Yeah. Yeah. It was like I don't know, man. Like I'm super cheap, I guess, but like I went into it with like a weekly budget of $30, and I was like, this is good. But talking to everybody else, they would spend like 50 plus, 50
Yeah.
to 80 per week, and I'm like, what the fuck? I just buy canned foods,
Yeah.
potatoes.
How'd you come up with the 30 a week? Was that part of your budget? Was
That
that
was
sort of
just like, yeah, so
arbitrary?
I guess that's a good place to start because at the start of the year, I'm like, okay, this is the first time where my money is going towards living, really, whether
Fair.
that be rent, food, drugs, right? So I just kind of wrote a fucking Excel sheet out. I was like, okay, if I spend this much money, I'll have this much money left. Divide that by the number of weeks about I'm at school, and then it fucking went down to 30. So
So it was necessity.
it
It was
was
kind of
necessity, yeah. So I was just kind of like, okay, I got to spend $30 a week. So I guess okay, let's take a trip to the grocery store, right? You start at the produce aisle. I remember my Claire was telling me some bullshit about like, oh, they fucking order it so that psychologically they know what you want to buy and you're more likely to buy more in this area. I don't know. Whatever. We always start in the produce section.
yeah.
All right, where are you starting?
Same, same. It's
No,
usually
but
by
where are
the
you
entrance.
starting? Like, what are you looking for? Where does your eye go first?
Oh, I'm usually looking for well, a produce aisle, like all my vegetables. Um,
See, that's simple talk. Excuse me. Because
you looking for specifics?
I'm looking for specifics because here's the thing. I'm a Chinese guy, all right? Lots of garlic. Surprisingly, potatoes. I ate a lot of potatoes growing up, but lots of garlic and lots of onions. Those
Oh,
are
that's
like the
true.
two. If you're looking for a vegetable that will add flavor to anything, it's garlic and fucking onions.
Oh
So
yeah.
I'd always buy garlic, onions, a fuck ton of potatoes. Basically anything that I could pass off through self checkout without paying for it. Basically.
Did you buy anything green?
No.
Okay.
Sometimes I get green beans to spice things up, or like bok choy.
Whoa. Okay, bok choy is fine.
Bok choy's fine, yeah. But yeah. If it was by weight, if I was supposed to buy it by weight, I would just fucking bag that shit, right? I bought a lot of apples sometimes, but yeah, that's where I'm starting. And you'll find it doesn't go much further beyond that,
Yeah, sounds like.
right? Because
And then you
I've
go to the
that's
can aisle, and then you're good.
yeah, I just stop by the can aisle. I get like my bag of rice that'll last me like a month,
Oh yeah.
and then just pick out X protein, right? Whatever it may be. Did you buy fresh meat?
Yeah.
Okay, good for you.
I went to there was always a spot was sort of right beside the meat aisle, but it was kind of in those middle sort of freezer areas.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's always in the middle ones for some reason. But they
Yeah,
always had
those are
like
called
they always had meat
bunkers.
on sale.
Yeah.
That was where they put like all the sale stuff. So I'd go like buy like there's like fucking 3 kilos of ground beef for like
Yeah.
$1.50 a pound. I'm like,
Yeah,
okay,
and
I
it's like
guess I'll pick that
expiring
up and freeze it.
tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah, it's got like 4 days left in it, but you freeze it and then you thaw out what you need for the time,
Yeah.
and it gets you by. I mean, I bought other stuff too. Like I bought chicken. I
I bought
bought
a lot of frozen shit because that's I had a $30
yeah,
budget, so.
yeah. No, I'd say my budget. I didn't have a strict budget, but I'd say it hovered around $50 or $60. Um,
Okay.
I think my highest bill one time was like 90, but I might have also bought a six pack or something, so like that added a lot. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, my best purchase was I got this pork roast. It was again on sale, and
Dude,
that
like you
pork
realize
roast,
that's already like that's like unachievable to me. I would never dream of buying like a fucking pork roast.
it was like $8, bro. It was
Okay.
so worth it. It fed me for like 4 days at least, like lunch, dinner, and like I just roasted it in the oven, sliced it up, ate a slice per meal.
Okay. I
Like
see that.
if you look for the sales, like you can buy the nicer stuff. I wasn't buying like steaks. I
Uh-huh.
wasn't buying like the only meat I bought was on sale, to be
Dude, you
honest.
know what the trap is? Is fucking ham or
Oh,
cold cuts.
oh, cold cuts are so
I grew up
expensive.
eating those as a kid. It's just fucking ham sandwiches, or you just like roll it up and eat it.
Yeah, and
But
like the
that shit's like,
pre-sliced cheese and
it's
shit.
so expensive. It's like $6 to $7 for
Yeah,
just like 500 grams.
yeah. No, that stuff is definitely a trap.
Yeah, so I learned very quickly to stay. Same with cheese. You mentioned cheese. I would buy like the
Yeah.
value cheddar
Oh
block,
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what I got to.
the like that fucking no name stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes I sprung a bit and got the Monterey Jack with jalapeno. Oh, that was good. That was good.
That shit was good.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, what are some other traps that like were not worth buying?
Uh, honestly, ham and cheese were the two. Those are like luxuries.
Yeah, cold cuts for sure.
Anything with olives in it, I don't know.
Yeah, I bought hummus a couple times. Honestly, at the start of the year, I was eating really good. I was eating really good, and then I just sort of got lazier and lazier with my cooking, and I started saving money, so that's a plus.
Yeah,
But
I knew where I was going. I fucking. Well, by the end of the year, I was literally just eating rice and beans, and to spice it up, I would put in peanuts. That was
wow, that's rough.
yeah,
That's rough.
yeah.
How
And
about what were your breakfasts?
breakfasts were usually I'd buy oatmeal, like those fucking things you can buy like 12 packs and there's like three different flavors. I'd fucking put oatmeal in there, throw some protein powder, frozen berries. I try to like spice it up in whatever way I can. You'll find that's like a general theme, I guess. It's just
Yeah,
like getting shit and then it's it's like having a salad but then you put bacon bits in it.
yeah, just sort of upgrading
You
like
just like upgrade it
garbage meals
slightly with but it's like the
whenever you
faking
can.
bacon, you know what I'm saying? It's not like real bacon.
Instead
Yeah.
of croutons, you just actually take pieces of bread.
You're like, yeah, exactly. You toast some bread and crunch it up. Yeah, exactly.
Damn, sounds like a life hack. Actually, I might do that.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what you're doing, right?
Just
Just
put
looking
some
for life hacks. Yeah,
put
or
some cubes in the
ramen.
oven. Oh,
Yeah, with the
ramen.
ramen, you always put an egg in there,
The
right?
hallmark
That's the
of the
hallmark.
college diet.
Yeah. I
It's
used to
true.
eat ramen out of like a fucking mug, dude. That's how. I had my soup mug. That's what I called it.
Yeah.
It was just some big ass mug I could put ramen in, drink coffee out of.
At the same time, it's pretty good.
I did that something similar once.
What?
I put my tea bag in my oatmeal once because I remember I was rushing for school once because I woke up late,
Uh,
despite having class at like 12. I still woke up late. I was like, ah, shit. I fucking automatically threw my tea bag in, start boiling the water, and then I just ripped the bag of oatmeal and I tossed it in with the tea without noticing. And then when I dumped the water in, I was like, oh fuck, this is pretty good.
yeah, I was about to say that doesn't actually sound that bad.
It's not bad. I mean, like you can add anything to oatmeal as long as
Yeah,
it's
that's
not like
true.
spicy.
Yeah, honestly, you could probably pull off spicy. You just can't put in like sweet stuff and spicy.
I don't think I could have spicy oatmeal in the morning. I mean, if you really wanted to wake up, you can make it like extra spicy.
Yeah, I feel like you could. I feel like you could make a savory oatmeal. I feel like
Dude,
I
that's
totally
that
think
does
you could.
not sound right.
It doesn't sound right, and it's like
What, you gonna throw
it's not
sriracha in
allowed.
there? Like, what are you fucking talking about?
Okay, I'm just kind of off the bat. I'd probably I feel like you could just like the ramen, scramble an egg in there.
Okay.
You could put some sriracha, maybe some cheese, you know,
Cheese.
some maybe some like green onions or chives or something.
Bro, just put that in ramen. Ramen and oatmeal are like the same meal, except for different parts of the day.
That's fair. That's fair. I my oatmeal sort of I don't
What
know
did
what
you
to call.
throw in your oatmeal for breakfast? Did you even have it?
Yeah, yeah. I had oatmeal a lot. I didn't have the packets. I always got just like a big ass bag of oats.
Oh, okay.
Um, I couldn't find like a good value bag though. Like they were always kind of like too small, and they last me like 2 weeks or something,
Okay.
which was fine, but it wasn't enough. But consistently, I put in peanut butter, just a big old spoonful of peanut butter, and that did the trick.
You know, that doesn't sound too bad.
It worked. It incorporated like completely into it. Maybe I'd put a bit of milk too.
Does it
Just in
like thicken the oatmeal though?
yeah, you need some milk in there or like some more water.
Yeah.
Um but yeah, it was fine. And one time my mom dropped me off because I came to visit. She dropped me off back in Oshawa, and she bought my groceries as well as her groceries.
Yeah.
And because we bought so much, they had like I don't know, they were just giving away just like this like Keurig pack. So it had a shit ton of disposable like single-use coffees, which was great because my one of my housemates had a what's it called? He had a Keurig, and it also had this like jar of espresso powder, like instant espresso. So I started putting that in my oatmeal. Spoonful of
What
that,
the
spoonful of
fuck are
peanut
you
butter.
talking about?
Dude, it was great.
Coffee and peanut butter?
The taste was all right. It wasn't a fantastic taste, but
Okay.
in the morning it gave me carbs, protein, fat, and caffeine. Everything you need to start your day.
That does okay. On paper that sounds all right.
And it was just so easy. Just oats, water, like pour the oats, start the kettle. Pour the powder, spoonful of peanut butter, pour it on, mix it.
I feel like you would. Did
You're
you
done.
ever
You're
run
gone.
into your roommates though? Because
No, my roommates all got up at like at least 11. Like I was
oh,
usually
okay,
gone before anyone was there.
dude. Okay, because I always have those awkward run-ins with the kitchen with my roommates where I'm kind of like, what the fuck are they doing? And I'll
Yeah.
look at them and like judge them on what they're eating. And they would definitely judge me if I was putting fucking peanut butter in my oatmeal, man.
Oh, dude, I was eating the best out of everyone in my house. One guy like lived on takeout and like pre-made meals that he always got back from his home. He always visited every weekend,
Yeah,
and he came back with a shit ton of like Tupperwares of like every meal you need for the entire week. It was actually crazy.
that's bizarre. So he'd just have like pre-made
He
meals.
was just set. He was just set, and he ate it a lot. And then there's my other friend. That man, I don't know what his budget was, but like at one point he had like bread with one of those, you know, those like instant cheese slices. That's like got the
What, like
weird ass
American
plastic
cheese?
packaging and
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
not cheese. Yeah, he'd have like
You gotta peel the plastic off, but really you're just peeling the cheese off. It's all plastic
yeah, he'd have
anyways.
like bread with cherry tomatoes and cheese. That was like
Oh
he
man, dude, that's like what they give to you when you're 5 years old. Like fucking.
yeah, that's what a 5-year-old makes. But not to roast him too hard. He, you know, he like you, he had a like pretty tough budget.
Yeah.
So I get it. I had another friend who was budgeting pretty hard. He like aggressively stayed under $50 a week, and it was impressive. He cooked pretty well. I'd say the next best. And then there were my two randos.
Uh-huh.
So for those of you that don't know, which is all of you, I lived with 5 other people, and they were gonna be 5 of my friends that I met in first year, but 2 of them dropped out. So we had to fill the 2 spaces, and we just put out an ad, and 2 random people came, and that's who we were stuck with for the year. So one of them, 30 something years old, she made all right food, to be honest. You know, she's had some time practicing cooking and stuff. She had a lot of pastas. That's actually about all she had, like was pastas. That's all I saw. And then
Like
my other,
different kinds or just like the same one?
no, I'd be like Alfredo one night, like tomato sauce the other night.
Yeah.
You know, spaghetti versus like I don't know pastas.
Spaghettini, all that shit. Dude, I never ate
Wow.
spaghetti. I don't know why, but I never bought like any.
Oh, dude, it's so easy.
It does, but then it also sounds like I would be too afraid to portion it. I don't know. I would never be able to like estimate how much spaghetti I could eat.
Oh, just use half the box at a time.
Half the. Oh, okay, okay.
Or just make it all and then be like, ah, I'll eat a third of this, you know?
Yeah, there's always next
I
year.
never like measured my food, to be honest. Like I kind of eyeballed it. I'm like, okay, I've got this many potatoes. Maybe I should use like one onion and
Dude, a
five cloves of
whole
garlic.
onion? What are you throwing a whole onion into?
I like I said, I made bulk.
Oh,
I
that's
wasn't
right. You
making
made
one
shit
meal
for
at
a
a
whole
time
week.
because that's a fucking fool's game.
Yeah.
Why spend like 30 minutes making every a meal every day when you could spend an hour and a half making 5 meals? It's just more efficient.
Oh yeah, or you could do what my roommate, one of my roommates did. So this is the one other guy that lived in my house. I swear to God. Okay, so first of all, um, excuse me. First of all, he was the one that spends the most time out of the house. So I guess he had a lot of extracurricular shit. He was part of clubs. He liked to study on campus. So he would always be back in the house. He'd leave first in the morning at like 8 o'clock, and then he'd be back at like after 6. So he's out for most of the day. And I only he never ate breakfast. He admitted that. He was like, "Yeah, I just don't eat breakfast." I'm like, "Okay, cool. Some people do that."
Psychopath.
Yep. And here's the thing that really made him a psychopath. He just had only frozen meals, like a prepped thing that he would you know those
Oh,
things that
like
you
the Hungry
microwave?
Man
Yeah, you
type thing?
microwave for like 2 minutes, and he would eat
Ooh,
that once a day, and that's the only thing I ever saw him eat.
wow.
He'd come home, throw it in the microwave for like 5 minutes, walk into his room, and then come out like 15 minutes later. Right? That always pissed me off
You
because
couldn't even just wait in the
yeah,
kitchen?
the
Like,
microwave
come
is always
on.
beeping like, "Hey, I'm done," and my room's right next to the kitchen, so I'm like, "He's done."
You should just hide his food.
I should, or just like eating it myself, like,
Just
bro,
take like one bite,
early
leave
bird
the
gets the
spoon
worm,
in.
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty hilarious. I
Yeah.
had my last roommate who I didn't talk about yet. I swear to God, I only ever saw him making like frozen things that you stick in the oven, like wings, those like chicken
Oh,
things.
that's sad.
Yeah,
That's
like
sad.
it was. Oh my God. I mean, he ate well. Once in a while, he'd have steak. You know,
Okay.
he definitely had the biggest grocery budget out of everyone there. But
Despite
like,
just eating frozen shit.
it was like everything he made was baked in the oven, and yeah, it's tempting. It's delicious. It's also pretty affordable. But I don't want to know what his shits were like. I'll be honest.
Yuck.
Like,
Yuck.
goddamn,
Yeah.
I just don't want to know. So yeah,
Yeah, it must be weird looking at your friends' diets, but it sounds like you ate well enough. I mean, you didn't fucking die. I didn't die
yeah.
either.
Not to gloat, I ate the best out of my entire house,
It sounds like it,
like by
yeah.
far.
I don't think I ate the best. I think I spent the least money. That's for sure. I spent
Yeah,
the least money, but
there's like awards, you know.
yeah. Achievement. It's just like the end of Mario Party.
It's like,
I didn't win any of the games, but I got all the stars at the end. You know what I'm
yeah, you
saying?
got the bonus stars.
Yeah, I got those
Spent the
bonus
least
stars.
money. Knock Knock probably walked the most. We'll censor the name. He probably has the most distance traveled, you know?
Distance traveled maybe, but not
To the
on
mic
foot.
to
He'd
the
always ride his bike around.
what, to the microwave and back?
So yeah. Yeah, you just fucking. Our house was small too. I'm just imagining his fucking turbo bike there because he had like a motorized bike.
I could totally see that.
Yeah, yeah.
What a
He would
character.
ride it in the winter, everything.
That's hardcore.
Yeah, he was a hardcore
I
cyclist.
I tried cycling in the winter. Holy shit.
You
I
need like,
I ate shit like instantly.
is there like winter tires for bikes?
There probably is. There's like, okay, but this is a whole nother story. But basically, one of my coworkers was telling me about the fat bike. And when he first said that, it cracked me
Oh
the
no,
fuck
where are
up.
you
I'm like,
going with
what, a
this?
fat bike? Um, but yeah, it's this bike that's got giant ass wheels, and like you can literally take it over like sand
Oh, I've
dunes.
seen those.
Yeah,
Those fucking yeah. They
so
have the
that'd do it.
thickest tires.
Yeah, they're
It looks
fat. It's a fat bike.
like three like three tires in one.
Yeah, no, the fucking must be like, what's that? Damn, I got a ruler right here. Like minimum 3 inch width, at least, maybe
Uh-huh.
even four. Like that's how thick these tires are. Everybody at home, grab your ruler, measure it 4 inches, which is also the size of my penis. But that's how thick
Yeah, dude, if
the
you were
tires were.
unfortunate enough to be on the road, you'd run over your entire dick from the
Yeah,
side
yeah. No, like it would
from
be
your
pretty
profile.
tragic,
Yeah.
like a full of pancake or a peen
You
cake.
get more surface area out of it.
Um, no, no, I
Oh wait,
wouldn't.
no, that's not how it
That's
works.
not how it
You can't
works.
destroy matter. It just gets
Actually,
rearranged.
it would get longer. It would get
Maybe.
longer.
Yeah. Like Danny Phantom fucking his
What?
particles got all rearranged.
Yeah, ghost dick. I'm actually 12 inches, but the first eight are just intangible. It's really unfortunate. It's a terrible condition.
Dude, it's just I'm actually yeah, I got 12 inches, but like 2/3 of it is like in the fourth dimension at all
Yeah,
times.
I'm sorry, babe.
It's just not in this plane. Sorry.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's a struggle.
What, having most of your dick in another dimension?
Yeah, that would be
Yeah,
tough.
that would
No,
be tough.
I'm thinking about like you got to select your partner very carefully because I like a thick girl, but if she's too thick, it subtracts from your length. You know what I'm saying? Like
What
you
do
got
you
to
mean?
spend an inch just to like that's the entry fee, you know?
Pay the toll.
Yeah, you know, because that's just like it's there's the cheeks are barring entry.
Oh, I
They're
understand what you
you know what
mean.
I mean?
Yeah.
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 So yeah, to all you short dick guys out there, pick a skinny chick.
Maybe
Minimize the cost of entry.
that's true. There's like a yeah, yeah, you're spending an inch. You're
Yeah,
spending length just reaching the damn thing.
yeah, exactly. You ever think about that before?
No one ever talks about that. We all think about raw length, but not about how much we're spending.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know, it's cost of entry. Yeah, I don't know. Can't believe I just said that. That was just kind of came to mind. I'm like, ah, it's true,
Yeah.
but it is true.
Well, we spent enough time talking about food. I think that
Yeah,
one's over,
spent
but
plenty talking about cake. Sorry, that was uncalled for and unprofessional. I apologize. But oh, one thing that we didn't touch on. So we talked all about budget and what we spend on our budget. But
we did.
another thing that college students and university students spend money on is drugs,
Drugs.
and drugs are expensive.
Love them.
Oh yeah, I could go on about how awesome drugs are. Don't do them though. But
Never.
no, never. We would never do drugs.
I'd never start it, but I'll encourage the habit. So if
Oh,
you
it's
do
like once you
drugs,
started,
keep
it's
it up.
okay. If you do drugs, keep it up. If you don't do drugs, never start.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Honestly, true. Like that's I tell my sister that I'm like, hey, I fucking love weed, but never try it.
Yeah.
Never try
But the
it.
second she has, you're like, yo, we're
Second
smoking.
she has, I'm seshing the fuck. Like we were smoking so much weed together.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. Actually, probably not. We're just gonna eat chocolates.
Yeah.
Edibles are the way to go.
Drugs and alcohol was a blind side,
Yeah,
I would say. It definitely blindsided my budget.
yeah. Cause you know, $30 a week, people can definitely spend $30 a week on just alcohol. And I had housemates that spent probably more than that on weed.
Yeah, yeah, with weed, it was super easy. Did you have weed maps at your place, or did your roommates have
Um,
dealers?
a little bit of both. Sometimes they'd use weed maps, sometimes they had dealers. But I
Yeah.
always smoked so little compared to them that I'd literally just buy some off them. Like, you know, 2 weeks goes by, I'd get through my gram and a half that I bought from my roommate last time, and I'd be like, hey, what you got now?
Yeah.
Is it any good? Can I buy some? Then that'd be it.
Dude, my friend James got me on weed maps because he would always buy like
It's
triple A
good.
shit. He would just buy like an ounce, and I would always bum weed off him because we had that degenerate relationship where you just kind of there's no more. It's our weed now.
Yeah, it's just sort of
Sometimes you
like
give yours, sometimes
when I have it, you get it. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
So he got me on that shit because his weed was always better than mine because I would always buy in bulk like here from I guess a local dealer, but
Or like friend of a friend type thing,
yeah, friend of
or
a
like
friend type
friend
thing, and
friend of a brother's brother of a friend.
yeah, and it was just so simple, and it was so easy that it's like when you first discover like Uber Eats, and you're like, I
Oh,
could just
that's
fucking
true.
get
That's
chicken
magical.
McNuggets anytime I want. Yeah, it's just like that.
Just like
So
delivered to my door.
yeah, once I discovered that shit, I would buy like bulk like once a month, get my roommates like, yeah, you want this? Okay, cool. Just place one huge order in. And it was less so with booze. I mean, we had a beer store like right around the corner from my house, so that wasn't very helpful.
Yeah, you told me you'd like buy beer one at a time, like very often.
Yeah, it was not very good because I figured if I had more in the fridge, basically I will drink 100% of what's in my fridge. So to be safe, I only have like two or three in there at a time.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
it was easy to walk around the block, especially because one of my roommates worked there too, so it was pretty funny.
Did they ever just like sort of toss you a free beer?
No, because the beer store was like the size, it was like a 5 inch by 5 inch space. You
Oh,
could
that's
not get
small.
away with anything there. Yeah. And most of the shit you had to order from the back. Like the fridges had like two rows.
Oh, I see. So you had to like
You had to go up to
you
the
had
guy
to
and
like
be
go
like,
to the catalog and like look through and
yeah,
stuff, right?
exactly. It was not the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. But she has some funny stories there because most of that store is just warehouse, so where they keep all the stock in the back. And they'd always put like frisbee back there. There's like a baseball, like one of those mini nets, and they just shoot hoops.
That's pretty hilarious.
Yeah, I think that's why she works there, is because she just goes there to have fun.
Yeah. No, there's jobs like that are awesome. I just pulled up take a look at this weed that one of my roommates bought one time. I think it was called purple champagne.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, you showed me
It
that.
is it is so purple that it looks black.
Yeah, like Shaq.
Wow. Okay.
Or it's the other
But
way around.
it looks shack like black.
No, no, I'd say maybe Grimace. Grimace looks so purple that he's black, but
Anyways, it is and I smoked it. Oh my God. It was so smooth. Like
yeah,
I usually cough when I hit bowls. I didn't cough. I noticed how smooth it was,
damn. I
and
wonder how they do that. Can you
it
believe
got
that
me
shit?
high.
Yeah,
I don't know how they did it. Maybe it was, I only hit one bowl of it, so maybe it would have made me cough
yeah.
another time. But either way, the high was good, and it is so purple that it's black, and that's just awesome.
I mean, I guess that's what you're looking for. You don't want that green shit. You want that purple shit.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that color actually makes a difference, but to be honest, it has a you know, I like the effect. I like the look of it,
Yeah.
and it was definitely very memorable.
Dude, to this day, I'm fascinated by the fact that people, fucking potheads, are engineering this shit.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
strains
who knew they
are
could
getting
put their
weird.
effort into? Of course, the one thing they would put their effort into is getting high. But like, how do you grow a plant so that when you smoke it, it doesn't hurt as much? Those are like two complete. That
I'm sure there's ways, but wow.
Yeah, that would be like, yo, we fucking grew this cow. We genetically engineered this cow so that it would taste more salty.
You could probably do that.
You could probably do that with, well, I guess with its diet. Maybe that's a bad example,
You
but
have to
it's like,
science the fuck out of it though.
or what if you made a you genetically engineered like a pig whose meat cooked faster. That's a little bit more of unrelated variables.
Yeah, I don't know how you'd arrange that. I mean, theoretically it's possible, but I don't know how you'd actually go about doing it.
Yeah, and these motherfuckers are out there growing plants that have more fucking whatever the chemical compounds are, THC.
Yeah, CBD,
They don't
THC,
hurt as much when you
different
when you light them
terpenes.
on fire, right? Like
Yeah,
that's completely unrelated.
it's crazy. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna pretend to know how that shit works.
Yeah, me neither. Did
It's
you
pretty
ever know
crazy.
any people that grew plants?
Um, yeah, actually, my great uncle, who I stayed up with for a summer, he grew like some 12 plants one summer.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. He didn't have a name for the strain, so I just call it Georgian Bay Kush. Oh, maybe I should do Georgian Bay Ganja.
George, Georgian Bay
Georgian
ganja.
Ganja?
You're gonna have to work on that.
Yeah, maybe Georgian Bay Kush. That was a good one.
Yeah.
But anyways, that was
That G Bay ganja.
yeah. Well, it was pretty funny. One time, just middle of the year, I received a package, from him,
Yeah.
and it's this vacuum sealed fucking like ounce of weed. It
Damn.
was pretty
You
sweet.
got that family connection.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome. So if you ever need some, let me know.
I think you sold me some, and I still have it because I haven't smoked in so long.
Yeah. Damn, that shit is don't smoke it anymore. It was dry. It was probably dry as fuck
I've
when I
smoked
sold
some
it to you.
bad weed, so if I'm
Yeah.
desperate one day.
Yeah. Hopefully that day never
Dude,
comes.
one time I smoked out of a potato.
That's true.
Yeah.
Actually, My ex just sent me a photo. She's like, yeah, this is what it's come to, and she's smoking out of a potato.
A potato, yeah, because you're just thinking like, all right, I need something I can cut a hole into
Yeah,
that's disposable. Fucking everyone knows about apple bongs, but
yeah.
whatever.
I don't know. I'd have tried
Same
to make one
concept.
out of like cardboard or like some like plastic or something, you know?
Well, yeah, then there's water bottle bongs. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Thank
But
God,
that needs a you require a full down stem for that. Actually, you could probably make it work with a straw.
dude. Thank God we don't smoke from water. Those are the dark ages.
Oh
What are
yeah.
you still smoking out of fucking water bottle bongs? Like, get a
Those were the
job,
bad
man.
days.
Like seriously.
Honestly, get a part-time job at McDonald's, work like 1 week, and then buy yourself a bong. Like,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, or learn how to roll. Just spend some money on rolling papers. Don't fucking. That's
Yeah, don't
awful.
do
That
that to
was
yourself.
that truly the dark ages.
Okay, to be fair, if you have a legit bowl piece, it's not like it's really that harmful for you.
Yeah.
Like really, like you're not burning the plastic.
You're not really burning the
The smoke
plastic.
might is barely even coming in contact with the plastic.
But
So
you
like,
can only ever smoke a water bottle bong in like an alley. You know what I'm saying? Like it's never gonna look good. The whole everything about the experience is just not good.
yeah, it's the taste is not there.
It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Your neighbors can see you. You're like, shit, I just gotta fuck.
Actually, the first time I hit a water bottle bong was the first time I smoked weed anyway, other than a joint, and oh boy, it was intense. So
It fucks you up.
yeah, I'm sure I've told you this story, but maybe not coming from this angle. So the night started with me and my coworkers. After work, we went to this bar and we drank beer. We drank a shit ton of beer. We drank beer from like 7:30 or like 8 until like 10 or 11.
Damn.
And then
So that's
um
already a night in itself.
yeah, no, I was and like, I'm one of the youngest guys there. I'm kind of trying to prove myself. So I'm pacing with these dudes.
Yeah.
And I'm the skinniest one too. So I fucked up to say the least. But then a couple of them split off, go home, and the rest of us go up to this one guy's apartment, who is literally like 3 doors down from the bar. It's perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
We go up onto
Oh, I
into
know where
his
the
place.
story's going. I
Yeah,
remember
yeah,
this. Yeah.
yeah. This story, it's a story. Um, but we go into his place. Actually, there's not even that many of us at this point. There's like I think 3 or 4 of us, and we start hitting these water bottle bongs. I hit my first water bottle bong, and when you're so drunk that you're like, no, I'm not that. I'm fine.
Yeah.
You're so drunk you think you're invincible. It's like I could take as much. I could drink more. I could smoke. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
So I hit my first one. I'm fried out of my ass and plastered. I'm thoroughly crossfaded, like 110% crossfaded. Um, but everybody else hits a second water bottle bomb. So I hit a second water bottle bomb, and I know I'm in trouble.
Uh-huh.
Like as soon as I finish that, I'm standing out on the balcony, like hands on my knees, like bent over. I'm doing it right now. You guys can't see. Just like coughing, and I'm like, and my friend comes in. You're all right. I'm like, "Nah, I'm so fucked. I'm in trouble. But I say it like a joke, and I'm still like not fucking dying. So whatever.
Yeah.
And then the three of us are just standing there. I'd say we were all chatting, but I wasn't saying a fucking word. I was trying to keep my eyes open. I was trying to
It's one of
stay
those where 100%
standing.
of your effort is to just like not puke or to stay standing.
Oh, I wish I could have just puked. But like I was having trouble keeping my eyes open. Like I swear my eyes were open, but like sparks were filling my eyes. Like I couldn't see anymore.
Uh-huh.
And right when I lost full vision, I started to fall. And I only got vision back when I was at about like 45-degree angle, like halfway between standing and fucking face first in the ground. And that's when I like stick out my knee.
Yeah.
And I mean, I didn't fucking concuss myself or something, but I was so fucked. I've landed on the ground, and I can't imagine what my fucking coworkers must have seen. They're just chatting. Alex is standing there. He looks kind of fucked up, and then he just falls over.
Yeah.
I just fell over. I was so fucked up. And one girl's panicking. She's like, "Oh my god, what do we do? We're lifeguards. We should know what to do. What do we do?" And I'm like, "I'm fine, I'm fine." And my friend Phil helps me over to like his couch or something, sits me down, and I fall asleep. I worked the next
One
day.
of those.
I worked the next day. I got up like 15 minutes before work. I'm like, ugh, my knee fucking kills. It's like so fucking torn up.
Did you sleep over there?
Yeah, I passed out.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was cool. Like I woke up in the morning, I'm like, hey man, thanks. I gotta go to work. He's like, no, don't worry about it, bro. It happens. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
yeah.
I like hobble over to fucking McDonald's, which was also on that street. That street had everything, and then I went to work.
And
Oh,
then someone drowned in your pool, and then
yeah, and then under my watch, lost my job, got arrested. No, um, I don't know how the world is still like. Well, I guess the world's fucking collapsing, so maybe that's why.
how do we organize stuff, man? Like
It's kind of, on one hand, it's like
I work in IT right now.
terrifying.
It's a shit show. We don't have
Yeah, everywhere seems to be a shit show.
yeah.
And on one hand, it's terrifying, but on the other hand, it's so impressive that we've managed to have the level of like organization and sort of effectiveness that we do have. Like we have what, like how many trillion people now? It's trillion, right?
No,
No,
we're
it's
at
billion,
like
billion, billion.
billion, billion,
Oh my
trillion.
god,
I'm
I'm
like,
one of
oh
those people
fuck,
now.
bro. There'd be like 6 other people in this room if we were in this
Dude, this
room.
room we'd be packed like sardines,
Yeah.
all the way up to the top floor. But it's crazy. Like we've got 7 billion people, and we're on this rock, and we're not just okay. A lot of us are dying. A lot of us are starving, but we're not like we're still around, you know.
Yeah.
And the fact that we've managed to go from like however many fucking like half monkey, half humans there were to this many people is pretty insane.
It's pretty insane, I guess, but I remember there's a funny joke Louis C.K. said, and like I understand he had that controversy, but this is a funny joke. But he was always saying like, yeah, most of greatest human achievements were just we just threw human suffering and bodies at it. Like
Yeah,
he
it's
he,
true.
he cited like
I
the
remember that. It's
pyramids.
like the pyramids. Yeah,
Yeah,
just
pyramids just they just threw Jews at it.
millions of slaves.
Yeah, and he was like, "How did we build the railways? We just threw fucking Chinese people in caves and blew them up, and didn't give a fuck about their safety." Like,
It's true.
so it's almost
It's
like
fucked up, but true.
things not working. It just ends up working no matter, just through raw,
Just
sheer
through sheer
force,
just
brute force.
blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, there's a.
you fucking took my jewel when I put a new pot in. That was strategic.
No, I was about to ask for it, but
You're
you
a
were like
strategic
this,
fiend.
and then
Okay,
you went and filled it up. Fucking sus. Here you go.
there we go. That's another thing. Don't ever jewel. Don't smoke. Don't do it.
Oh
We
yeah.
talked about drugs earlier. It's like the philosophy of I'll encourage the habit, but I won't start it. I do not condone this shit.
I don't even encourage the habit. I tolerate the habit. I'm not gonna judge you, because like I get this shit's like
I
addictive and
fucking
hard to
hate it.
give up.
Yeah.
And also like, it's really hard. It depends who you're around, because like, if everybody around you drinks or smokes or vapes or something, when I say smokes, I mean weed, but or cigarettes even. But it's just like it's so hard not to.
Yeah.
Like it's, you know, I'm trying not to vape anymore, but as you can see, it's difficult because you fucks are all sending Snapchats of yourselves like taking vapes. I'm like, ugh.
Yeah. And I had to. I quit for a bit, but then as soon as the work from home started, I was like, fuck, I gotta fill up this day somehow.
Yeah. Something about nicotine just makes like whatever you're doing tolerable.
Yeah, I know. That's how I started. It was my buddy already started juuling, and just we would study together, and he would just be vaping, and I'd just be like, fuck, I could use that, and I used it to focus, and then that was the antlion trap.
Yeah. By the way,
But
cucumber pods taste like shit.
cucumber pods are, oh my god,
They're
like I already
so
said this, like
disgusting.
if water could spoil, that's what it would taste like.
Yeah.
Like this is what medieval people were
Revolting.
drinking in the well. Like that's what their fucking water tastes like.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
No wonder they made everything they had into alcohol.
Yeah, they're
Drinks
like,
that.
fuck, if this shit is gonna taste bad, it might as well get us fucked up.
Yeah. Man, that's pretty crazy. The first like safe to drink water was either boiled or fermented.
Yeah, otherwise you would fucking die or you just shit yourself to death.
Yeah. Man. What a nice life though. There's no fucking social media. You're just buzzed all day. Working in the farm, just buzzed all day. Not really, that would be shit, but you know.
Yeah, it'd be shit.
The silver lining would be you're buzzed all day. For sure.
Yeah, but then there's like the threat of fucking polio killing you or some shit.
Oh yeah, there's so many terrible things.
Yeah.
You know, no medicine.
There's no law even.
There's law.
There's not really law. If you're a peasant, like do you remember that episode of the Avatar
Well,
of Last Airbender when they're in that village, and then they accuse Aang of like murdering someone in his past life.
are you about to cite history with Avatar: The Last
Yes, I
Airbender?
am because that show's perfect.
It's a good
Basically,
show.
I remember it boiled down. There's like the leader of the village, and he goes, "This is not how law works here. The way it works is you say what happened. No, I say what happened. You say what happened, and then I decide who is right."
Yeah.
That perfect. Fucking, there's no law back then.
Well, the law was if you're the king, you do whatever the fuck you want. But peasants couldn't do whatever the fuck they want to each other. You know, there was a hierarchy, which is fucked up.
That's true.
But
But
at
if
the
you live
very
in
least, it's
bumfuck
like,
nowhere, then there is
like,
no law.
yeah. But if you're in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, then there's no one there.
Oh, true.
Everywhere was like a kingdom or some other, organization. Usually, what's the word? Usually a monarchy or I don't know. I'm in engineering. I don't know.
There's
Fuck it.
always
I know
something.
I
I
know
don't know.
numbers.
Regardless, I'm gonna stick with this modern shit.
Yeah, I like this a lot more.
Like if it was like a thing you could renew every year with the government, I'd be like, just keep me in 2020. I'm good. I don't want to be in
I
fucking 1180.
I'd take 2019 over 2020,
2019
but
is definitely a step above 2020, but
yeah, fingers crossed 2021 will be better than 2020.
it definitely will be, unless there's like everybody says this,
You never know, man.
zombies are coming, all that bullshit. But like whatever.
Yeah.
It's been 7 months of the pandy, and I'm already kind of used to it. I'm uncomfortable. I'm bored a lot. I'm starved for human touch, but I'm used to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I was lucky and now unlucky cuz like I got a pretty sweet gig in the summer. So I was living like there was no pandemic in the summer pretty much
Yeah.
cuz it was just me, my one coworker and work, you know. I was living with family too and it's just all I did.
Yeah, that's
But
true. And
then
I
I
guess it
come
wasn't as
here.
strict either because you're out in fucking.
Oh yeah, like Peterborough was fine. There was like nothing. There was like one case at one point, and then they either died or got better, and then there were zero cases for like a majority of the summer.
Yeah.
So there wasn't really any stress, and I wasn't going anywhere anyways. Like it's not like I'm a person that goes out to clubs and bars and stuff. So I wasn't missing out there.
Yeah. That's a big thing. I'm not ashamed to say it, but like I didn't go out that much. If I'm going out, quote unquote, it's mainly just I'm just going to one of my friend's house and there's like 5 to 8 of us.
Yeah,
I wasn't really like a go out kind of guy, so I'm
no, it's not my thing.
it's not it's not terribly different.
Yeah, no, us introverts that play video games, we're set. We're not even living that
Yeah, we
different,
are
to be
set.
honest.
Pretty much, yeah.
Like it still sucks. There's still a lot that we can't do. Like the climbing gyms are closed. That fucking sucks.
Oh man, I miss that.
If we could have been climbing like this whole pandemic,
At the start of the year, we got that what? There was like a 2 week membership or something. It was like
oh,
a
it was like
student
30
thing.
bucks for like 2 weeks. It was
Yeah, it was a
beautiful.
student membership for the winter break, and we went like twice a week, 3 times a week.
Yeah, it was good.
Oh, I miss that so much.
Yeah, and I went
Yeah,
with my sister too.
rock climbing is it's I love it so much, but I can see how it's not for everybody.
Yeah. You need like the right ratio of strength to weight,
Yeah,
and we're just kind of lucky that we're skinny dudes, and we're just like naturally like made for it.
yeah. We used to climb shit a lot as a kids, eh?
Yeah. I
As
actually
kids.
did I tell you about the cliff I climbed in Bon Echo?
Yeah.
A little bit. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking. This was like a 30-ish foot cliff that I kind of started climbing. I didn't like plan on finishing climbing it, but I just straight up free climbed the whole thing. Like all the way up. My friends were losing their shit. I had like and I didn't think about it till I got to the top. I didn't look down once, and if I had, oh my god, I
You
would have been
probably would have died.
dude, if I had, my hands would have gotten clammy. I would have fucking slipped and died. So I'm so glad I just got in the zone and I just climbed.
Yeah.
Just no thinking. But yeah, climbing is definitely fun. I want to do some outdoor climbing.
Yeah, that's something I haven't done very much. The only outdoor climbing I've done is like trees.
Yeah.
Climbed a couple of trees in my life.
Oh, I climbed so many trees. Oh my god. I climbed like I went on a walk with my mom and my sister. Climbed like 3 trees. I shit you
It's
not.
fun. There's like a primal instinct. That's
It's
like,
just so much fun.
oh, I'm 6 feet above the ground. This is awesome.
It's like I can go higher and higher.
Yeah. There's that one tree in High Park that's like really good for climbing.
Oh, it's like a ladder.
It's basically a ladder, yeah. Or like it's like a spiral staircase of branches.
Yeah,
You can just walk up that shit.
yeah.
That's like the best tree that's there. Do you know a weird thing I found there that was like oddly profound? I was there with our friend Anya, and we were sitting by the tree, and I there was just a note under like one of the roots.
Hmm.
I still remember to this day. I wish I had the picture to show, but I lost it because my phone broke at the cottage. You remember that?
Oh
I
yeah, that
lost a
sucks.
lot of valuable pictures, but it was just like a note that said like, "My name's Ryan, and I have depression. I like to sit in this spot and be next to this tree." And he wrote like a poem about like the waves lapping and how like the birds are chirping. He was like, "It
Oh
makes me
wow.
feel nice. I hope this tree makes you feel as nice as it does for me. Thanks." And
Damn.
I was like affected by that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Wow.
it was like a weird. It was poetic. Yeah, it was like this person just laying it out, and he just the act of leaving it there for random people to read.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
I hope that helped him.
I hope it helped him too. Yeah, whoever that guy is, I hope he's doing well. And yeah, it's weird, random facets that you find. Another thing that I found out was like there's a thing called like I don't even know if this is the right name, but it's called like geo posting or something.
Oh, geocache.
Geocache. That's right. My friend Claire and I were walking. So this is in Guelph, and we go for a lot of walks just because I don't know we were bored, whatever. So there's like a river by the house that we rented, so we'd walk up and down. And then she was like, "Yo, you know, there's a geocache here." I'm like, "What's that?" She's like, "It's like a puzzle that you do, and it's cool, whatever." So we're walking by this park that's like next to a highway, and then there's sort of a cliff in front of us, right? And she's like, "All right, you're getting warmer," because she knows where it is. So it's almost like a scavenger hunt
Oh,
almost.
okay.
Yeah, so I'm like, "Okay, fuck. It's definitely on the cliff." We go around, we climb up the cliff, and it's just kind of like this grassy area on top. There's a lot of branches and stuff. So it's basically it's very hidden. We had to
Like
you're
you're kind of
doing
bushwhacking a bit.
bushwhacking a bit. And then she's like, "Warmer, warmer." I'm climbing up these rocks and going between branches and I notice like there's like a hole and then in the ground. I'm like, "Oh, cool. What's this?" And then there's just like a little like almost like a pill bottle with just names in it and a pen. And
Ah.
apparently this is just like a thing. I opened it and then there's like a 4-year log of people that were took part in this. And I was like, "What the fuck is this?" Right? And Claire's like, "That's it. You found it. It's called geocaching. You just write your name and that's it."
That's cool.
You're just like, "Oh, you write your name, say you found it, and then that's it. You put it back for the next people to find."
Yeah. I like the idea of that though, because it's sort of like you're
It's
trusting
kind of
that strangers aren't gonna violate this sort of like sacred thing, you know?
yeah, it's kind of like romantic
Yeah,
or
like it's
it's very
sacred.
idyllic.
There's not like a specific religion behind it, but you know, it's one of those like people do it for the way that makes you feel and the connection that you feel,
Yeah.
and people respect it.
Yeah, and as long as no one like ruins it, it's just
Yeah,
like a nice it's great that no one ruins it, I should
yeah.
say.
That's what I mean. Like
Yeah.
no one that would go through the trouble to find it would violate it unless they're like fucked up, you know?
Yeah. And that shit can go for like that geocache was like 4 years old, at least when I found it.
Yeah, that's cool. Man, imagine being the person that starts that. That's kind of fun.
That would be pretty
You just
dope.
go somewhere remote, put your name in a bottle, and say, "Let's see who finds it." Pretty crazy.
Yeah, I think that's good and that's a nice note to end on here. I think for for
Yeah.
you guys listening if you stayed this long. A big theme is like, I don't know, a lot of the stories we told today were just us learning shit, funny mistakes we made, funny stories. It's just kind of like this is our third year of school now. School with quotation marks if you want to count schooling during the pandy. But
Yeah.
I think the major takeaway is like we're just some guys just in the shit trying to learn, trying to grow. So
Yeah.
if you choose to keep listening, maybe you'll learn something. Maybe you'll relate to our experiences at the very least.
Yeah. And regardless, keep growing, keep learning, and keep like connecting with people, talking with them. And there's so much you can learn that you never expect to learn. Like
Yeah.
everybody has something to offer for you. You know?
It's good, yeah. So hopefully we can be those people that you learn something new from. And thanks for having me over, man.
No
Right now we're
problemo.
recording in a basement as where most ideas die or live or succeed or fail, I should
Yeah.
say.
They're certainly born here,
Yeah, they're definitely
as
born
was
here.
I. Just kidding. I don't know where I was born. Probably wasn't here actually. But
Yeah.
anyways,
Yep. Thanks for listening, guys. We'll
yeah.
see you next time.
Signing off.
Bye.